I heard that we've been saying that the rhetoric of if they wanted to, they would is a little toxic, and then we shouldn't push people to do stuff. But baby, from overseas, I'm in Paris, France. Wouldn't you like a life that looks a little bit more like that compared to nothing? Let me just... Oh, this? Yeah, that's from my partner. Yeah, no. They far away at the moment, so, but they still made sure they thought of me. Girl! Okay, but talking for real now, we all obviously understand, but it's not at all about flowers, it's not about gifts, it's not about like anything material. It's really about making sure that you're surrounded by people, especially when we're talking about your romantic partner, who actually think of you, who remember like cute moments of your life, who take you out on dates, who say, hey, tomorrow's our anniversary, let's do something together. And I know that you cannot push people to do something. I know that you're not supposed to. I know that you're not supposed to expect too much, but baby, this is exactly the treatment that I deserve, that I want, and that I want to give back to the people that I love. That's what I chose for myself, and that's exactly what I have as of today. It took a little while, not gonna lie. These things don't just come easily. I feel like most people are not generous enough with their time, effort, money. A lot of people, especially in Western society, are very individualistic, something that I really struggle to understand, and actually kind of force myself to become a little bit the same, because you just have to be aligned with the people around you, right? But making sure that your loved ones are being treated properly, and you're giving them enough attention and love, whether it's giving gifts or taking them out on dates or spending quality time together, or just whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes them feel good. But if they wanted to, they would. Honestly, I will stand on that. Like, I really don't care what people say, like, regarding, oh, but life's hard, maybe they're going through something, maybe they're struggling. You know what? They have a mouth. Like everybody does. I struggle to understand people who cannot communicate to a point where they be crossing something, they don't have enough money to do something with you, to hang out, and they just don't open their mouth, they don't communicate, or they just don't want to see you, and same, they ghost you. I don't understand it. Everybody is chronically online in 2025. That's just how it is. Let's be completely honest. It's not always because we want to, but it's a disease. The disease that we always have. And yeah, that's just the way it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that one of the first reasons why everybody went online is to be able to feel more connected to people. And that's actually why you do it every day. A lot of people doom scroll because they want to feel connected, and they struggle to find that same connection in real life, also because very often they don't push themselves. Connection's not going to find you by itself. People aren't going to find you by themselves. You really need to go out there in the world, find some people with the same hobbies and interests. I know that it takes time. I know that it's a struggle, but that's literally the only way to do it. So initially we all went online because we just wanted to find a community. We just wanted to find things and people who are funny, smart, interesting, and just kind of like the same things as we do. And I remember internet was such a fun place when I was, I'd say when I was still a teenager, because me personally, when I first got my laptop, oh my God, it was such a big day. I was craving it. I was craving like attention, conversation, discussions, especially with people who came from different cultures, because I as a teenager kind of felt stuck. We didn't have enough money to just travel around the world and enjoy ourselves. So I really understood very early in life that was basically the only way for me back in the days to connect with more people, is just to go online and start talking. And I did it. And I still remember to that day, like I had several like best friends who I was considered the best friend. One of them, I actually still follow her. We don't really talk that much because I don't know, maybe we just grew a little bit apart, but I would still consider her as someone who's in my life. We've known each other since we're like 12, 13, man. We spend our days talking to each other. We even send like little packages to each other. We lived in completely different countries. I also had another girl, I think she was from Brazil or somewhere. And it was just really a way for me to learn more about the world. When people go online these days, they tend not to answer messages. They tend not to reach out. They just spend the day scrolling. And I also understand where it comes from. But, you know, as someone who is close to me, like as your friend, as someone who's been building this relationship of trust and love, I am not gonna understand this. Like the moment my friendship starts to feel like I'm forcing you to hang out with me, to spend time together, you don't message me, you don't say anything. It's the moment I say, you know what? I'm gonna let this person do whatever they feel like doing. If they don't want to talk to me, that's completely fine. But I'm also gonna stop reaching out. And I actually have one friend like this. And I still don't understand how it functions because I've been like reaching out to them, not all the time, but still very frequently, like offering things to do. Let's go to the movies, let's just hang out, let's go eat something. And almost every single time they up for it. They're like, yeah, let's do it. And then when we're together, yeah, we're actually having fun. But then once I stop reaching out and I stop saying something, there's absolutely no feedback. And it's just, I feel like a lot of people are so bad at just communicating. This is something I don't understand. How can you not know how to communicate basic things if you spend your life chronically online, looking at other people communicating ideas, thoughts, creativity, whatever? I don't get it. Oh, but I was going through a lot. Tell me, just as my friend, I'm obviously only talking about like close relationships. Send me a quick message. It's gonna take 10 seconds out of your life, just saying, hey, sorry, I'm not reaching out at the moment, not feeling really great. We'll let you know soon. Kisses. That's it. Oh, but that's too much of an effort. Oh, no, but stop saying if they wanted to, they would, because, yada, yada. Stop infantilizing people. Start making people feel responsible for their actions daily. That's how relationships work. You actually do owe a lot of things to the people you love because you owe them time, you owe them presence, you owe them effort. If you break this connection, they simply stop reaching out to you, and the connection is not gonna, maintain itself on its own. So you really need to make this effort. And I'm not talking about constant effort and constant presence. I know that this is impossible. I know that we live in like really hard times, but no one's asking you for that. Like, I don't ask my friends to be available to me every single day of their lives and of mine, because I don't even need them every single day. It just makes sense. I have a life of my own where I have learned to be very comfortable with myself. And well, I also have more than one person, so I'm not gonna reach out just to them. The goal is to make sure you have a little circle so you can, kind of switch. But I still require your time. Like, if I don't hear from you for ages, I just consider that no communication is also a way of communicating things. It makes complete sense to me, but I still struggle to understand why. I still don't understand at what point are people lazy to do that? Don't people know how to communicate? But once again, if we're talking about generations like ours who actually grew up with social media, I really don't understand it, because you know how to post a picture, but you don't know how to send a message. And we're not even talking about things that are very deep and profound and vulnerable and emotional. As I said, sometimes you can just reach out with a very simple, basic message based on common sense and logic, because very often it's easier rather than speaking with emotion. Saying, hey, this and this and that. You give the context of your life. You explain why maybe you haven't been reaching out, why you don't want to hang out. Also, why maybe you don't want to maintain a relationship with this person. Let's say you went on a date and then you kind of didn't like them that much. Don't ghost people. let them know. Send them a little message, say, hey, I didn't feel the spark that I was looking for. And it feels like it's gonna suck so much to the other person to receive the message. But you know what? Ghosting them is actually gonna feel even worse. I feel like the only appropriate time to ghost someone, especially relative to like dating, is when you feel like they're pushing too much onto you. They don't respect your boundaries, and especially in potential straight couple situation when a man is being weird, because a lot of men are being incredibly weird. And you say, okay, this one is quickly becoming some kind of a stalker. I don't want this energy. I'm just going to block them, not talk to them. But that's it. That's like, I literally cannot find more reasons and situations where you would have to ghost people. Reach out to people. You want to have people in your life, maintain those relationships. Spend time with them. Send them a little message just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. I know that we haven't seen each other for a while, but it's cool. Maybe let's plan something. I've not been feeling the best, but I would be available maybe in a couple of months. Kisses. Also, a lot of things, people are communicating with memes this day. And I think it's fun. I think like sending memes to each other, I honestly love doing that. I think it's like an additional form of communication. I would not set it as a primary form of connection with someone because it just doesn't make sense. You can only start sending memes to someone once you really know them well, you understand their humor, the type of person they are, and the things that they would appreciate like in the meme industry. But relying only on that doesn't work. And it goes back to the conversation about that friend of mine who loves to hang out with me, but like never really offers. Because they've been sending a lot of memes to me, and I think it's fun, and we have the exact same type of humor, but that's just not enough. That's not it. If sending memes is the only thing. And the last point that I want to mention, because I saw it on TikTok and I thought that it made so much sense. It was someone's podcast. I'm sorry, I don't have the reference. I don't really follow this person, but they were saying that why a lot of relationships and friendships don't work these days and just don't fulfill you the way they're supposed to is because very often people, let's say two friends haven't seen each other in a couple of months, they're gonna go out for drinks, they're gonna sit down and they're gonna basically tell each other what's been going on in their life, like what happened in work, what happened with their boyfriend, yada yada, all of those things. So this friendship is purely informative. It's purely like reciting the things that happened to you, how it made you feel. It's not a friendship based on interacting and based on making common memories. Once again, going out for drinks and telling each other things about your life is a good form of communication, but it shouldn't be the primary one. I feel like the primary form of communication should be really exchanging things and exchanging not just thoughts, but experiences. It's, hey, let's go to the movies. Hey, let's go to this museum. Hey, how about a weekend together? You really need to make memories together. And it actually did happen to me several times, I'd say last year, to see some of my closest friends and to just sit down and think to myself, damn, I'm so bored right now. I don't understand what's going on. And then later when I watched this podcast, or just like a short couple of minutes of the podcast, it really hit me. And I went like, damn, that's why. That's because it's just purely informative. It's purely like, hey, yeah, last week I did this and that. I also had a drink with this person. Remember them? But I mean, that's not enough to me. I want to look back at my life 5 years from now and say, hey, me and this person, we were like that. We did so many things together. Look at the pictures that we have. We have this and that. It's because we just experienced so much stuff together. These are the things they're going to be talking about later in life when you're a grandma or a granddad. These are the things you're going to be remembering. It's not that one conversation that you had during that one coffee time or at that brunch or something. It's just an additional thing. It's like, hey, in order to maintain this friendship, this relationship, let's also go out for drinks. Going out for drinks is not enough. I really need people to realize that. I need people to say to themselves, hey, I need to interact more. I need to create memories. I don't even know what some people these days are doing with their lives. I feel like some people really just go to work, come back home, have their dinner, scroll for hours, go to bed. That's it. And then occasionally they go to a little after work, and then maybe on the weekend they see the family. That's it. At least in my experience, that's what I hear a lot of people around me do. And like, that's it. Like, you don't want to go try this escape game. You don't want to invite me to your mom's birthday, because I think it's actually really fun. I think it would be a fun experience for me to meet your mom as your friend and to just spend time together. Like, I don't know, people are really not pushing. And that's why I'm saying, like, Western society is just so individualistic, because there are so many opportunities when you can actually connect with people and invite them, but they choose not to. Like, everybody chooses to live their little life separately. And I know it's not just like, it's not something that you can just blame on people. It's really about current politics and the economy and just the sociology overall. So there are lots of things, but like, I also feel like consciously you should be making this effort to reach out to people, to create a community, to just want to connect to people like on a deeper level than just let's go out for drinks. And yeah, also moral of the story, send flowers to your girlfriends, because they really deserve that. But yeah, connect to people, guys. It's too many superficial relationships, and I'm not saying superficial is bad, it's also necessary, but when it's the only thing that you have, it's just, life just feels so plain. I feel like we can really do so much better as a society.